Sorry I'm late. Are you someone who is always late? Chronic lateness has a significant negative impact on those who are late and those who are kept waiting. The impact of lateness stretches beyond relationships. An English study found that staff lateness costs the British economy £9 billion per year. My name is Zach Gethin-Damon and I'm a psychology student at the University of New England. In the following video, I will show you how to use behavior modification techniques to stop arriving late and start arriving on time every time. The first step to arriving on time is to accept that being late does have a negative impact on your life. Once you have done this, you are now ready to move on and set a goal for being on time. Your goal should be measured by the reduction of late behavior. How much you want to reduce late behavior by is up to you, but this should be obtainable. In my own case, I tried to quarter late behavior in my self-management behavior intervention. To record late behavior, simply record every time you are late to a meeting or pass a deadline. What you consider a meeting or a deadline is up to you, but should be clear. Write this down in your definition of late behavior. You could buy a notebook and pen and record every time you are late. Alternatively, there are many smartphone apps that could be used to do this. When you are late for a meeting or pass a deadline, jot a line in your notebook. Or if you're really pressed for time, simply draw a line on your hand. When you do get the time, flesh out the event in greater detail. This longer entry should include the time, the date, who was there, what happened before and what happened after. You may find that the simple act of recording your behavior actually reduces the amount you're being late. This is due to the observer or Hawthorne effect, where the observation of a behavior reduces or improves it. Even where there is no observer effect, recording late behavior will show you how often you're being late, and the general circumstances that surround your late behavior. People who are always late are often underestimators of how long it takes them to do everyday tasks. Find out how long it takes you to have a shower, brush your teeth for example, using a stopwatch, and use these timings to plan your day in a daily journal. Keeping a daily journal is a great way to keep track of your deadlines and meetings, and to reinstate your goal of being on time. Find a time that suits you, whether that be first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed, to write down all the things you have to do the next day, or that same day, and reinstate your goal of being on time. When planning your day, plan to arrive to events 10 minutes early. A commonality amongst people who arrive late is that they hate arriving early. This was true to me. I find arriving early boring, inefficient, and a waste of time. Not having to arrive early and wait around negatively reinforced my late behavior. The problem with planning to arrive just on time is that it doesn't take any potential delays into account. Delays could include losing your keys, missing the bus, there's an accident on the road, or if there's heavy traffic. You should plan ahead and have something that you find really enthralling to do while you wait. This changes the act of waiting around from something you dread to something you look forward to. For me, this meant making sure that there was an interesting sci-fi book on my ebook reader at all times, and that I always had my e-reader charged and in my bag. Other activities could include Facebooking, scrolling through Instagram, reading, listening to music, drawing, anything. Anything you would look forward to doing. Behavior contracts are another useful way of positively reinforcing on-time behavior. Find the people around you that you have the most meetings and deadlines with. This could include family, friends, partners, colleagues, employers, teachers. Find out these people, find them out, and have them write a contract in which they say how they will reward you when you arrive on time. For me, this meant getting my girlfriend to say that she would praise me every time I arrived on time. Finally, you've got to keep track of your progress. Looking at your notepad, compare across weeks. Are you getting better? Are you late less often? Revisit and revise your goals accordingly. Looking at a notepad, you should also get an idea if there's any circumstances which leads to you being late more often than others. Are there any common circumstances to your late behavior? You should search these out and address them individually. With time, you'll be able to significantly reduce your late behavior and become the prompt person you always fantasized about being. Thank you, Zach.